Hey everyone, here's my top 3 and bottom 3 projects of the year of 2024 so far. Before we even get into this, you're probably wondering, who is this person and why should we care about their music opinion? And why can you see their fan through the back of their projects? Those are all valid questions, okay? And I can answer those by saying, I'm just a prom boy living in SoCal right now after watching a bunch of different music creators such as Anthony Fantano, Sean C, NFR, Hive Mind, and going on websites like Metacritic, Album of the Year, Pitchfork, Rate Your Music, and thinking that they have a superior music opinion that people might want to listen to. No, I'm just kidding. I do have the best opinion, and that is by far going to be proven by this video. I just want to yap about music. I just listen to it a lot. I keep track of all my things in a notes sheet, and people say that I should just yap about it. Maybe not, maybe that's just the voices in my head, but I just wanted to talk about my opinions and showcase some new projects that maybe anyone can listen to, and so that everyone can get a better surrounding and understanding of music and different genres that they might not have experienced before. So without further ado, let me jump right into it with my first pick of my top 3 album of the year, right here. The first project I'm going to be talking about and absolutely glazing and praising is this green album cover right here with this black text. I'm not using the deluxe version, although I will talk about that later. But this album by Charli XCX, otherwise known as a queen of hyper pop, this half Gujarati queen that I have to support now because I am Indian. But in reality, her album this year took me by surprise. I am not a huge hyperpop fan. I hated a lot of what 100 Gex have done last year, and I'd never really cared for Charli XCX's music. But when I had one of my other friends really come out of his comfort zone and show love to this project, I had to try it out. And even Anthony Fantano, he gave it a 10 out of 10. Right now, you can see that video, you can look it up. He doesn't give that many 10s. It's been 3 years since he's done so. I had to check it out, as well as Rate Your Music, right here, #1 on the site. Super insane amount of reviews and it's getting reception, so I had to check it out, see what the hype was about, and it lived to this hype. In the first listen, I immediately really liked a lot of the songs. Sympathy is a Nice, 360, 365, Von Dutch, a lot of these stood out immediately, but what I didn't catch on the first listen was actually how deep she got on some of these songs, like So I and Sympathy is a Knife. She had a lot of really cool lyrics that are usually not really seen in the hyperpop sphere. They kind of just yap about random nonsense, but on these insane dance and hyperpop beats, she was able to make repetitive music, something that I usually dislike, really enjoyable. I highly recommend this album to anyone that just needs something that they want to go dance to. You're gonna find this at a lot of gay clubs. Don't ask me how I know that, but it is gonna be an absolute banger where anyone can enjoy it, and you can maybe even join in on those clubs and hopefully get really lit to them. But I'll play a little snippet right here on one of my favorite songs in the album and what it sounds like, just so you can get a good gist of it right now. But just letting you know, it's a great album. I give it a 9 out of 10. I think it's a phenomenal listen, and almost anyone is gonna enjoy this. Maybe not to the extent that I did, but she did something great here, and I think everyone should definitely tune in. The next album I'm going to be talking about that was also kind of in the same sphere, that was dance related, but definitely did not have the exact same, I guess, feelings towards it. This record right here, Petras, Slut Pop Miami. You can kind of tell what direction this album was going to kind of go in. I'm going to show you the song list, the track list of this album, and you're gonna see what I had to endure. Right here, take a good look at it. Look at all of the 12 tracks that are here, and look at what they say. All right, there is a special place for sexual music, sexual pop. It's there. First of all, the album covers Slut Pop Miami. Petras is known to making music like that. We kind of had to expect something like this. But come on, you're reading these titles, you basically got half the songs right there. She is repetitive as hell on these songs, and literally, that's fine if you can make it sound tasteful, like Charli did. But here, she literally repeats the same shit over the same type of dance pop bass line and expects it to hit and bang. I'm sorry. For me, I can only take so many times when someone says rim job to me, okay? Look at these titles. Okay, not even that. When like the beats are that good, usually dance pop beats are pretty fun. They make you want to dance, right? This made me want to just laugh and cry because I don't know what the hell I'm listening to. I beg you guys to listen to this project and please tell me I'm not crazy. One of my friends said it was the worst 30 minutes of his life. I kind of agree with him. This is one of the worst records of the year. I gave it a 2 out of 10. The only reason it's not getting a 0 is because it kind of made me laugh and the dance beats were kind of decent. I'm gonna play a snippet of it. You're gonna get the gist of what I'm talking about right here.
Are you ready? Ready for a rim job?
This record is the exact opposite of what I was feeling from Charli XCX. I was ready to go to a gay club and dance to Charli XCX, but in this one, I don't even go near it. It made me want to go celibate and completely never look at sex ever again the same way. But this album, listen to it, I thought it was dog shit, but maybe you might like it. Next, let's talk about what's on the other side of the spectrum, on the positive side. One of my favorite albums of the year, Mike and Tony Seltzer's Pinball. I like Mike, all right? Not Michael Jordan. I'm a huge LeBron fan. He's the GOAT. Don't ever forget that. But Mike the rapper, he has this lazy style of rap that, I don't know, maybe it's just something that I gravitated towards because of the sample work that he normally works on. His last year's album, Burning Desire, was phenomenal. I thought it was really good, the way he was able to flow in and out of a lot of these beats. But when he got on a album with Tony Seltzer, who's not like the biggest producer, not like Metro Boomin, Hit Boy, but man, Tony Seltzer's style of bouncy trap bangers kind of originally first started with his 14K Figaro album with Wiki. Some of the most energetic and upbeat production you'll ever hear on a trap type of wave, but Mike just killed it on this project. 10 songs. I promise you guys, I can listen to albums maybe longer than just 20 minutes, but in this situation, this album was phenomenal, just always pushing the beats. And Mike is usually a very slow, sampley Earl Sweatshirt type rapper, but in this album, he was able to turn it up a notch, actually keep up with the beats, go in and out of this like LA Bay Area type kind of vibe.
Not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
And just be very, very catchy. A lot of the songs on this, there was like around 10 songs. I like 9 out of 10 songs, so I actually gave it a 9 out of 10. One of my favorite trap albums of the year. I thought this one, if you like trap, I guarantee you should like this. Give it a listen. It is phenomenal. Some of my favorite songs of the year are on that, and there's a great Earl Sweatshirt collab here as well.
Only with dog, my bro and my sister, making it work. She know I'm on, you know I'm on, know her job.
One song I didn't like, it is a little too Bay Area sound for me. I'm a SoCal guy, so I don't really like that type of ratchet rap, but this album overall was so much fun, so much energy that I never knew Mike could bring with his lazy ass. But definitely give it a try. Pinball, one of the best trap albums of the year. All right, now to talk about another, I don't even know if you can call it trap at this point. Like Mario Judah is Endure. Okay, I know, it's my fault. Why am I listening to this man in 2024? Celtic Shack meme, whatever. He's definitely, no one cares about this guy anymore, right? He had his huge run back when everyone was talking about his emo style of rap, and Drewski called him racist. Like, there were so many things going on with him that was very interesting and funny, but I don't know if anyone ever took him seriously. I never did. One of my friends recommended this album. I don't know why he recommended that. Maybe he just wanted to see me like just endure this BS, but overall, this album was probably one of the most repetitive pieces of garbage I've heard all year. And the problem is the production was good. He has really good production, and it just went down to like garbage because he keeps repeating the same old lyrics. He repeats the title of the song over and over again with his same stretched out opera almost like voice, and it just doesn't hit. Like, okay, I get it. You have that as your chorus, but over like you could repeat something maybe a couple times just to get the vibe, but he kept on doing it. And I was like, you're taking me out of these songs, dude. Like, you have a decent voice. You can kind of hit some higher notes that most people don't even try to go for in this genre, but you just ruin it with this repetitive nature. It's like Kim Petras. Now you're kind of finding a vibe of what I don't really like. If you spam the same type of thing over and over again and you ruin really good production, this is so sad. It's so disappointing. But this album, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a production glazer. I gave it like a 3 out of 10. 3.5, like, just because of that. I didn't really take away any Mitch songs. I liked some parts of each like song here and there, but I don't know, there's just, I couldn't see myself ever replaying it. You give it a try. Maybe I'm tripping, maybe I'm being a little too harsh on the mans, and I should be not that serious, channeling the inner Fantano and taking this way too seriously, but it was just not an enjoyable experience at all, and it's only 7 songs, all right? And now I don't even want to listen to that crap anymore. It's only 15 minutes, and I really didn't like it. But give it a try. Maybe I'm the one that needs to reevaluate my listening habits. But I don't know. It wasn't that great for me. I just think that there's just so much better things in that genre. Moving on from that, here is my EP/album/project of the year. And it might be a surprise as I talked about other genres, and I'm mainly a rap kind of guy, but 24K-Golden's Growing Pains. I know. Same guy that made Mood and Valentino and all of these more poppy and TikTok type of music. He had an actual amazing EP, 7 songs, around 20 minutes. Again, I promise you I can listen to albums longer than 30 minutes, but in this project, I literally fell in love with a couple listens. Like, he was able to change his style a little bit. He still kept a little bit of that pop rap essence, but he brought out such a deep kind of story. And the album is called Growing Pains, and he really talks about his life as he was on top of the world with Mood and his album College Dropout, as well as El Dorado. He really talked about his growth and what he had to deal with growing up, and the kind of issues that he talks about are like pretty deep, like suicide and just, growing up pretty poor. But in general, every song is replayable. His single Clarity was really interesting. I didn't even realize that was him when I first heard it, but such a great listen. And plus, I went to his concert, and let me know if any of you guys had an album of the year and you're able to go to their concert and take a photo with him. Like, come on, that's crazy. Got to meet him. That man had aura, like, actually, with his fro and everything. My album and project of the year, so by far, I gave it a 10 out of 10. Something I don't normally do at all. The last one I gave was for Ian Dior in 2019, and then before that it would be To Pimp a Butterfly by K. Dot. Right? It's been years. I don't normally give them. I try to tend to stay away from that, as I think that it's rare for me to like every single song, replay every single time. But I guarantee you, I've played this project around 50 times. All right. It is definitely one of my favorite projects of all time at this point. I know I'm glazing hella, but it just was that enjoyable for me. Hopefully you guys can all enjoy it. Not maybe the same way as I am. I don't know. Maybe I'm just the only person that believes that way. But it is phenomenal. I really recommend it. Give me your thoughts on it. Maybe I'm just a 24K muncher, but it's just a phenomenal record. I had a really good time listening to it, and I'll be replaying it through the rest of the year and hopefully for the rest of my life. So, amazing project. And for my last part of the bottom 3 albums of the year so far is gonna be this tailor-made Jack Antonoff's group, band, whatever, Bleachers, self-titled project Bleachers. Okay, but this one, I wanted to like it. I really did. I'm not just gonna hate it just because he's, associated with Taylor Swift and I don't like Taylor Swift or something like that. Like, no, it's not like that. I wanted to give it a general shot. One of my friends was really liking it, so I thought it would be a really good experience. But I don't know, the band's vibe was nice, and I was going along with it. But dude, his vocals just took me completely out of it. I disliked his sound completely. I don't know what it is. I just did not see the appeal of it, and some of the deluxe songs were pretty bad. So
Little baby, drug free America. This is your on drugs.
they do some weird effects on it. There's some sound effects all the time throughout the songs, and I just didn't enjoy it. Like, what can I do? I can't even get into the lyrics, whatever he might be spewing. I can't really get into it if I can't listen to his voice and I can't like what the sound effects are going. And plus, how talented a producer this man is and how good of an ear he has for music. You know, all the music he's produced for Taylor Swift. He produced 616 in LA, or he made the production for it for Kendrick's diss tracks. Like, he has serious talent when it comes to finding music, producing it, having that ear. But please, stay away from the mic. Please, for my sake at least. He does not have that easy to listen to voice, at least for me. And I don't know what direction they go in. It's just all over the place, in my opinion. One of my least favorite, I guess, like, complete listens. Not that it was like completely destroying my ears, but it just wasn't fun because his voice just ruined, again, production I seem to like, vibes that I was fine with. Like, it had that olden vibe to it, but I just didn't like it at all. Maybe give it a listen. I might be just going way too hard on this person. Maybe the bias of Taylor Swift is coming in, but I say stick to producing, all right? You're great at that. You know how to find the right sounds there. But when you're singing, and your effects, no. It's, nah. I don't like it at all, but give it a listen and see if you guys agree or not, and maybe you guys find it more enjoyable than I did, and I'm the only one tripping about this, but definitely not a fun listen. I give it like a 3.5, so not that great. Production carries. So yeah, that wraps my top 3 and bottom 3 lists of the year so far. Definitely gonna update it at the end of the year and, you know, listen to more music, but let me know what I've missed in the year, if there's anything that you really want me to review or talk about, or have my thoughts in the comments, or any suggestions on if I'm just being a big hater or a glazer on the other side, or anything else that you want me to listen to. I'll definitely check them out. I listen to a bunch of different albums on all types of genres, and I'll be putting out music reviews and recommendations, or even things like this, reviews throughout the year. So thank you for hearing me yap for this long, lengthy video. But yeah, take care.